On behalf of Akuno Sankofa Bay, you know what I'm saying? Jay, where you at? We're trying to help our people elevate. Hope. HOPE. We're giving them hope. We doing what we gotta do, you know. Every day, one step at a time, man. We gonna make it happen. Helping our people elevate. Yeah. Sometimes I practice focus, thought, and meditate. I'm trying to come with other ways to help our people elevate and seeking knowledge, make me levitate. The lifted mental state is what results from how we orchestrate. This for the family's sake. Let's self-reflect and self-evaluate. And every day, make sure the steps you take, you calculate. Receive a master's fate. I know I can't exist without the hate, but that's okay. I balance that with higher self today. Success is on this way, and after that, my flesh can pass away.
Peace and love, family. I'm back with another one. This is the Helping Our People Elevate YouTube channel. I got another special interview for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? I got a great brother with me today. Man, this brother, we've been building for the last couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? On a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. The brother has a lot of information, and he's seeking a lot of information. So I got a lot of respect for this brother. His background, his story is real deep. You know what I'm saying? The brother's been to the top, been down, and been right back up. You know what I'm saying? The brother's a great man. And so without holding y'all too further, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. You know, we're gonna get this thing going. So go ahead, tell the people who we got with us today, brother. What's your name and where you from?
What's going on, everybody? My name is Anwar, but my company's AP Raw Films.
Okay, tell us where you from, my brother. Yeah, that's
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Okay,
Florida. I was born in Colombia. Barranquilla,
Okay.
Colombia.
Okay.
Okay.
You were born in Colombia. Like have you been back?
I went back when I was 25, but I haven't been back since. Because I get randomly selected a lot. I'm not trying to get randomly selected.
No, that's deep. Because I mean, like, Colombia is a place. I mean, like, isn't that where the story of
Pablo.
Tony Montana was from?
No, he's Cuban. Pablo Escobar.
Okay.
That's
my bad. I know it was somebody, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't put my tongue on it. But
that's one of those.
I mean, give me a little bit. Like, what was it like growing up in Miami?
So, I grew up in Colombia. I got raised from 0 to 7, and that's where I got my morals, my values. Where my grandma put her knowledge into me, and then from there I came to the United States, and it's kind of like where you lose yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like the United States is the the Pinocchio, you know, that guy that kidnaps you.
Yeah.
Like that. The U.S. is where you go turn into a donkey in a sense, because the education wasn't as matched as I came, so I lost a lot of the education.
Mm-hmm. I talk
the
about
morals
how
of that. The morals and the values weren't the same. My roots kind of like disappeared little by little here, because everybody's just like, it's a mix. So nobody's really expressing, unless everybody hangs out together, then they all have their, like if a bunch of Colombians hang out together, then yes, we kind of have a little Colombia in a sense, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I can understand that, because like how here it is in Oklahoma, you know what I mean? You got, well, I'm gonna say in Tulsa, like you got Admiral all the way to what is that, Harvard to Admiral Harvard. That's like, you know what I'm saying, Mexican town. Then you got like 31st and Garnet Outlet over there. You know what I mean? They got, like you say,
I still haven't figured all that out.
They build their communities. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that, bro. Like on some real, I made a post about that, and I want to dig more into your story, but I made a post about that maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And I was talking about how when you look at the Latino family, we used to laugh, oh, it's a whole bunch of them in an apartment, all of them sharing the same apartment. We used to make jokes about that shit. But then a couple years later, now they got the house, couple houses. A couple years after that, now they got a whole block. Now they got a whole shopping center. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that, because they understand economic growth. They understand financial literacy. They understand putting their money together. That's the problem my people have. We can't put our money together. We don't trust each other. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I wouldn't say that I trust my people too. That goes with everybody. Um,
Which
there's
I understand that, but it's like at least like all right, like you said,
what it
you
comes.
coming to America.
I don't see it as a race. I see it as like you guys have your day one homies
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like that. That's what it's like when you have your day one homies. That's what you're supposed to do that with.
Like the reason why I said what I said though was because like how you said when you came to America, you felt like the education system was watered down. The education system, you know what I'm saying? It didn't teach the same as back home. And so
It was trash.
when I
I ain't
look
gonna
at
lie, it was trash.
other nationalities here in America, when I see them with their communities, or you know what I'm saying, they have their neighborhoods and stuff like that, I see they bring their culture with them. They bring their identity with them. You know what I'm saying? They bring their flag, their food, their language, you know what I'm saying? Their
Yep.
culture, their music, you know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
like, no, I don't speak full Latin, so I don't understand the music, but I'm sure the music isn't talking about kill, 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 shake your ass, shake your ass, shake your ass. Not
Well,
all of
but
it.
wait,
Not all of it.
wait.
I'm sure some, but not
Pause you.
all of it.
I'm gonna pause you. Ever since, ever since. So look, back then, when I was growing up, yes, the music was like like kind of like how they made that joke. Hey girl, I'd be in trouble if you let me go.
Yeah,
I was getting head, get. That's literally what it went to. Spanish music used to be decent, and now everything is about hey, come over here, let me dog you. Hey girl, shake it. Literally, what you just said that is not. It is now. It is. The only thing we don't go shooting people. It's just fucking bitches, and it's like wow.
yeah.
You just make us seem like the biggest perverts because how we
You
care
just put
about
me
it
on
is like
something I didn't know.
you know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. All of
Yeah.
them, back in the day, Tego Calderon, that nigga used to rap about some gangster shit. Daddy
Mm-hmm.
Yankee, in the beginning, they used to rap about some gangster shit. Don Omar, he used to rap about some gangster shit.
I fuck with them because
What?
I got a Puerto Rican homeboy, Ismail. That's all he listened
Ismael.
to. Yeah,
But
Ismail.
then,
Yeah.
then it went to what's this duck looking guy? Uh, or some shit like that. He be
Mhm.
saying them. I don't listen to that shit. That shit pisses me off. So I would listen to Celia Cruz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's old school Cuban music with the live band type shit. But like everything that became electronic music, they kind of like, you kind of lost the message.
It got
English and
watered down.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's all right, let's get back into growing up in Florida. I mean, like, so we haven't
So
said
Florida.
where you are currently, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like talk about Florida.
All right. So growing up in Florida, I came here when I came to the United States when I was 7 years old. I grew up in Hialeah. When I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
it was like I did 2 years there because I
That's
was
in
getting in
Florida.
trouble. Yeah, Hialeah was in Florida,
Okay.
and it's in Miami. It's just a
Okay.
little section. So I was getting in trouble from 7 to 9. I was already getting in trouble. I had a deal with the gas station dude, and I told him, I'm like, hey, bro, you give me some money, give me like half or whatever of whatever you, and I'll empty out. I will flatten all the tires from my complex by putting a little rock in it and then going, and in the morning they'll fucking all wake up flat, and the guy from the gas station will break me up with some money when they're all filling up their tank, their tires.
Damn. Damn. I ain't
I
never
was,
heard that.
I was like 8 because I got here when I was 7, and at 9 my mom sent me back to my dad because I was getting in trouble. I was doing a
Your
bunch
dad
of
was back
shit.
home?
My dad was in Colombia,
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
and that motherfucker don't play. He whooped my ass. He said, "You were not gonna come around playing with that bullshit," and I came with the bullshit.
yeah.
And at the end, he gave up too. ended up going back to my mama's. And then I came back to my mama's, and I was just a bad kid growing up. I was just shitty all over the place. And yeah, bro, I used to sell drugs. I used to sell coke to my high school
All right, so
principal.
before we get into that, all right, so you were
Yeah.
8, you know what I'm saying? So all right, so 8, you know what I'm saying? You went back from your dad's and then you came back. So now you came back, how old were you?
11.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
that
8,
was what,
7, 8,
3 years?
9, no, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 2 years.
Okay. Okay, so like 2 years. You come back. Now you have, but in essence, you're getting a taste of both the U.S. and back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so coming back here now, you'd have been home again. I'm sure you had friends and people you were hanging out with, you know what I mean, family or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that influence is cast up on you. You know what I'm saying? So you come back to Florida, you come back to Miami, boom. Now, what were you doing? Okay, school or school wise, I'm sure. Well, people that know, but it may be people from Florida that watch this or Miami that watch this. What schools did you go to down there?
I went to, when I first got there in Hialeah, Ernest R. Graham or some shit like that. But when I came back, I went to Paul Bell. That's in Sweetwater.
Uh,
Mm-mm. Never mind. I was in Miami Springs Middle. Miami Springs Middle. That's where I
okay,
landed. And then from there, yeah, I was like a ref. I couldn't understand anything, and I was getting into fights a lot. So she ended up moving, and I ended up getting into Paul Bell, which is like a more, this school had cameras everywhere, so you had to be slick as fuck, to skip, to do whatever. So
you
did
say you
that,
were
and
fighting.
I,
What was
in
like?
my other school,
What you say you were fighting? Like what was the fight? Like was it like people were
because I
bothering
didn't
you?
speak
People
English,
picking?
because I
Okay,
dressed
that's
funny.
what I want. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I was dressed different, and yeah, and I didn't know English, and I didn't know English.
All right, so you went through that. Well, like those were like elementary, I guess. I mean, like the first beginning stages, I guess. Middle
Well,
school.
elementary and then middle. Because when I
Yeah,
did elementary, I came over here. I did 2 years. I didn't really learn, like, the whole back and forth. It was cool, but it fucked me up when it came to the school and the language. My math, we divide different than they do in America and here in the
yeah.
United States, because we're all American. And yeah, that kind of messed me up. Then the English language kind of fucked me up a little bit too, because the accents and the word
Pronunciation.
bat. The
Which
word bat,
word?
no, the word bat fucks me up.
Bat.
Well, not now, but back then it is bat,
Yeah,
BAT.
yeah.
And
Bat.
there's a lot more words like that. It's like, oh, you're spelling bat. Which bat? You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, and then when you're writing, uh, like I had to create my own way of learning English. So you know how
Yeah.
you say teacher? So
Mm-hmm.
you say teacher. So in Spanish you say teacher. I'm reading the
Gotcha.
letters. Teacher.
I thought it was
So when no,
Maestro.
no, 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 no. It is maestro.
Okay.
But I'm reading your word in Spanish. I'm
Right.
reading the letters as if I'm reading Spanish. That's how I learn
Right.
how to spell.
Okay. Yeah, it makes
Because by
sense. Okay.
knowing that teacher, I know that there's an e and an a in there, not just
Mm-hmm.
teacher, and it's just one letter. Then you spell it with a te, and that's it.
All right. So,
So I
boom.
I learned.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried a lot about learning how to spell and learning how to speak correctly because of that.
All right. So you went through that phase, and then all right. So high school. What was high school like? were you still in Miami in high school, or did you go back home? Or
Nah, I've never went back home. I went back home when I was 25 already.
okay, okay,
So I grew up an immigrant. I didn't have papers. I couldn't go to work. I didn't get the opportunities of getting what is that called when you leave school at 12 o'clock to go to work?
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That stuff. Like, and then when you
Permit.
get out of school, and then when you
Yeah.
get out of school, you've already built
Hmm.
your work sheet or whatever. So now you can get a job. I couldn't do that.
Credentials. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get a job. I couldn't go to college. I couldn't go to Job Corps.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I was.
I was literally I had what was I gonna do? Go and work under the table? Fuck out of here. For work for $5 an hour, I could just sell buy dime bag of weed. How many can I sell an hour?
Yeah. No. Okay.
And that's what I took it as. I'm like, these guys don't care what the bills are like. I'm gonna pay this shit at some point somehow.
All right. So.
And
Hmm.
so yeah, so then yeah, next question.
All right. So. All right. So then you are like you say. So you start getting into the hustle. What was the hustle life like?
It was fun, but it sucked because it took away my potential. When I came to the United States, before getting here, I was doing my grandparents would test me and get a big piece of construction paper, I guess, because
Hmm.
we do projects construction paper, and they'll put a well, you know how you guys do the projects that have like the foldable sheet, like thing like that, or we have a
Hmm.
straight
Hmm.
long. They will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Yeah.
divided
I was
by
too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they'll tell me start dividing, and I'll do a long ass division. Here, my brain was never stimulated to do anything, so it turned from stimulation like that to I like risk.
So that right there, I mean, you pretty much saying that the education system is different. Now let me ask you this: Do you, even though you weren't there long enough to really, I guess, but do you feel like the education system is better
In
in
Colombia,
Colombia?
for sure,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure, definitely, for sure, 100%.
I say that 'cause I think about the spelling bees, and when you deal with all the different countries across the globe,
Well,
America's
see,
like,
we don't have that. That's just confusing as fuck here.
but I know what I'm saying is America, United States is like in the low numbers. They're not even in the top 25 when it comes to like math,
But that's
certain shit
because,
like that. You know what I'm saying?
but I feel that that's because when it comes down to the test, they make that shit a fucking puzzle.
Or let me say United States, because when I say America, I'm speaking for North
No,
Central and
well, I'm saying United
yeah,
States. Yeah,
yeah,
in the
United
United
States. Yeah.
States, the first time that I ever got the chance to not use my brain and get an excuse from a test was in a
Mm-hmm.
Scantron sheet. You want to know how I passed my whole entire grade, everything?
Hmm.
You remember the Sega Genesis?
Yeah,
You remember Mortal Kombat?
yeah.
You remember the blood password, the blood cheat code?
No.
ABACABB. I used that all from elementary through middle school and
For
almost all
real?
through high school. G shit.
Wow. I didn't mean to laugh like that, but
It's
that's
all good.
crazy.
I never cared. I never learned anything in there.
Nah,
Everything
that's
that I
crazy.
learned.
Like you said, that was a cheat code, and that shit helped you.
Hmm.
Children, don't try that at school though. We ain't telling y'all to do that. He just telling you what worked for
Yeah,
him at
no,
the
don't do
time.
that. But yeah, that's just how it was. And it wasn't just ABAC because you know I went ABCD and then they got smart and they put HIJ. I just kept on
Mm-hmm.
the same pattern: ABAC,
Mm-hmm.
ABB, ABAC, ABB, all the way down.
I mean, you had to know them
That's what
codes
I
with
did.
them fingers back then.
I didn't even. I was just lazy. I was trying to get out of the test.
Yeah.
I didn't care what it was. FCAT, I failed the fuck out that shit. You actually had to write in that shit.
All right. So let me ask this. All right. So you got into the hustle. Now everybody that gets into the game, everybody experiences this next question. So have you ever been incarcerated?
All the time. Not locked up for a very long time. Not locked up.
Mhm.
Not. I haven't done time. I haven't done time. Thank God. But that's because I've had to be
Extradited or whatever the
extra
fuck the word
slick,
is. Yeah, okay, okay.
extra slick because I don't go to jail like you guys. I get deported. So if I actually get a charge, I get deported, whether I'm a citizen, resident, or whatever the fuck.
I'm glad you said that. The only reason I'm gonna say this on some knowledge type shit is because key for so-called black people, if we were from Africa, as they say, like you just said, if we committed a crime, they could deport our ass to Africa.
Yep.
But you can't deport the original Aboriginal indigenous people that fucking belong here. You can't
Hmm.
deport the people that belong here. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't got to get into that subject. I just want to drop that jewel because of what you just said, because that's
Yep.
some real shit. Like it could
Hmm.
be an African from Nigeria that's over here with a business doing good. As soon as he fuck up, they could
He
deport
get
him.
kicked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying? So on
And
some
it's not like you
reality,
just get deported. If you got to do time, you'll do your life or you do your 25, and then okay, when you're about to get out, they'll be like, okay, here you go, sir, time to go. Here's your airplane to
mm-hmm,
get your ass back home.
mm-hmm. Because there's historical leaders, there's historical black leaders that they've kicked out this country. Marcus Garvey was one of them. They told me he couldn't come back after they let him go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
this ain't nothing new under the sun. They've been doing this. But I just wanted to drop that jewel to get back into
but
what we
yeah,
were talking about. All right, so all right, so you say you ain't never done no time, but you know what I'm saying, you've been incarcerated. So what it was like, just all right.
overnights or shit. I had domestic violence because I got a crazy baby mama, but that's another story. And but yeah, nothing. One
Nothing major.
time, yeah, one time somebody tried to. I have a strong arm robbery in my stuff, but I don't. I never rob or never steal. That's one thing. That's one of my codes. You never do that.
All right.
And they give
So
me that
go
shit
ahead.
after they cut. Nah, but go ahead.
Now I was just about to say, I see your shirt, and so I wanted to go ahead. Let's promote. You know what I'm saying? What you got on your shirt? What that is?
That's my brand, AP Raw Films.
All right, let's talk about it.
I'm a videography company. I'm a film company.
What's the meaning behind AP Raw Films? And then we're gonna talk about the people you worked with after. But what's the meaning behind it? Let's talk about. First, I want to ask you what inspired. All right, so you went from the hustle game, right?
Hmm.
So what inspired AP Raw Films?
This is the part that we started talking to understand. I call it God, but that's not the right terminology. But it's a higher power that
Right.
brought me
Yeah.
to that. My higher power brought me to that because again, I told you I got raised by my grandma,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandma put the Bible on me and put it in my head, and literally I remember the Bible because of, you know what I'm saying, that type of stuff. So what got me into even wanting to be a videographer,
Mm-hmm.
was just I asked my son. My grandma died. All right, the one
Mm-hmm.
that put the Bible in, she had died.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Let's give her, you know what I mean, her condolences and pay our respect. You know what I'm saying, real talk, yeah.
She When she passed, a huge part of me died, and she she used to be a nagging person here on earth. That lady would get what she wanted. She was up 6 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
If it was whatever grind she was on it. So when she passed, I told them like, "Hey, abuela, I know you nag down here on Earth, but can you do me a solid and cut the line up there and tell God to focus on me for a little bit because I need some help. I need guidance. I'm searching for answers, like I still am, which is how I came across with you. Um, I wrote a song for my grandma because I know how to rap, I know how to record, I know how to make beats, I do everything. But I just film is what stuck. So it happened. I didn't even like film. I don't like cameras. I've never liked taking pictures. This is not a. That's why I call it God. This is not me. I asked my son, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" He said, "I want to be a photographer." When my son was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a photographer. All right. I had a good year that year, and I was working. I said, "Fuck it, let me get this jit a camera." I bought a Canon 7D from the pawn shop in Little Havana on A Street and 117. Oh no, and 17th, not 117. 17th and A Street, a green
That's in
pawn shop.
Miami, right?
That's in Miami, yeah.
Okay.
And I buy it layaway because I'm not trying to spend all that shit at once. So
Mm-hmm.
it takes me a couple months. I come because I broke up with some girl, came back down to Miami from North Carolina, and ended up determined to just get in the industry. And I was fighting custody for my kids. So came back to fight for custody, baby mama drama, bunch of crap. Ended up meeting a rapper, Iceberg. Uh, he's the one, Ice Billionsberg. He's the one that pretty much made my career, my film career, different than just starting with birthday parties and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had asked my son, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" He said that. I got the camera. I was hanging out with this artist before I got the camera, and I was just promoting him and helping out in whatever I can. I was trying to find my way. I asked him like, "Hey, bro, what can I do?" I'm trying to, He's like, "Just stick around, Chico. You go and you'll make a way on something." And that camera, when he asked me one day random, "Hey, Chico, you know somebody with a camera?" And that's when I looked up and I said, "Wow, thank you, Grandma."
Mm-hmm.
And I
Right on
took and
time,
I'm
huh?
right to him. And the first film was taking his son to taking his son to the school. He was going to the school, right? And I had this
Mm-hmm.
camera with a 50 millimeter. And if you know camera, you can't shoot no 50 millimeter in a school. It's like mat up close. You need a wide angle. I didn't know this. I just had the camera and I was trying to shoot the man, and it was like, damn, this is not happening. When I came to show him the footage, that shit sucked. And he was like, "Damn, Chico, that shit was trash." And I'm like, "Don't worry, that shit ain't never gonna happen again." I didn't know what I was doing, and I bought $1,000. I mean, a stabilizer. I bought
Mm-hmm.
A Ronin S or some shit. I still got it. I just know. And the next event he called me, I had stabilization, so now I wasn't shaky or any type of.
Hey, I got a
Then,
question. Before, and I want you to continue, but I got a question. I have a
yeah,
brother, a local brother down here in Tulsa. He does music, and he wants to ask you a couple questions about, you know what I mean, the music. He wants to learn a little bit about what you've done. Do you mind if I bring him in?
for sure.
I just want to make sure it's cool with you first. Man.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know what I mean, you can go ahead and continue.
Where was I? Because I'm fried.
You were talking about how your homie had sent you the he was like it was
Okay, so
trash.
yeah,
Or whatever.
I had the stabilizer. So when I had the stabilizer, I filmed the next scenes or whatnot. It was still cool, but it wasn't, on point. So I went and I spent the money on the stabilizer. I went and started going to strip clubs because my goal was to learn how to shoot nighttime, and then shooting morenos in nighttime is also what's it called, a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to buy equipment that allowed me to do that. So once I was able to do that, I was able to make really, really good quality videos. So now I was filming all the strip clubs that I could. I was filming all the nightclubs that I could, and all these opportunities I got because Iceberg used to hook me up with he'll put me down. Hey, look, I got a videographer here. Hook him up, and they wouldn't pay me. I'll just go work. And oh,
Pretty much
that's right.
like building your rep up.
Come again?
Pretty much like building your rep up. You were building your
Yeah,
name up, building
but
your
he's the
reputation
one
up.
that put me. Bro, I shot 808 Mafia.
Okay,
I
you
shot
good. Go
something for
ahead.
808 Mafia. I shot something for what's his man, Little Meech. I
Mm-hmm.
shot something for Scott Storch, Lennox Lewis, Bone Thugs. What's his guy? Bone Thugs. Crazy Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy? Yeah. Uh, I had the honor and privilege of filming Trina from Love and Hip Hop, her mother's funeral, and the
Yep.
whole, going. Yeah, that was actually like one of my like fourth or fifth video things, and I got connected with because of Berg.
Okay. Damn,
And
that's deep. You train you damn, that's deep. Hold on, let's pause, let's analyze what you just said. We can't take that like you just that's nothing. You filmed Trina's mother's funeral.
yeah, like not the going down. I'm sorry, the celebration and the church and the other stuff. Yeah, that
Yeah,
stuff.
condolence to the family, you know what I'm saying? But no, the fact that you got to be a part of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
That's not too many not
and
too
oh,
many people can say that.
not too many people. That was all in 1 year.
Damn.
I
Okay,
had
yeah.
just started filming. That's what I'm saying. I didn't just start filming like a regular video. Here, let me film your birthday party. That's the craze. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I say God or my higher power, because I was lost and my grandma passed, and all these great things started happening to me. And you know how when people be like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I said Jesus wheel a long time ago. I have not been driving my for what I'm doing in years, bro.
All
So
right, the brother here now, he finna pop in.
okay,
All right, I got my guy here. You know what I'm saying? I say you my brother. Peace, my brother. How you doing?
All right, how y'all
peace.
doing?
All
Is
right.
it
You know
me
what I'm
that
saying?
has the bad signal?
We done had you on here before, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead, tell the people who you are.
Yeah, man, I'm Scrooge Green, man. Uh, Founder of Dublin Bubble LLC. You know what I'm saying? Metro Park native, Tulsa, Oklahoma rapper. Get it straight up.
Indeed. So I'm sitting there building with my brother AP, you know what I'm saying? And we talking about his filming, his producing, he was just talking about he filmed Trina's mother's funeral.
You said
The
who's
rapper
brother
Trina,
funeral?
the rapper Trina
Who?
from Miami, the rapper Trina,
Yeah, Trina. Yeah.
he
Okay.
filmed her
Her brother.
mother's funeral.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay. That's
He
what's
didn't
up.
work with Scott Storks. You know what I'm saying? He's from Columbia, but he grew up in Miami.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And Columbia's in North Carolina, right?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Columbia. No, he's Colombian.
Colombia.
Oh, wait. Columbia, overseas Columbia. Okay. I
Yeah,
got you.
Yeah,
I got
in
you.
South America, Columbia.
South America, Colombia.
Right. All right. One of our good
Yeah,
brothers.
he another brother.
Yeah. That's what's happening. It's an
And
honor
I
to
was
meet you,
telling him,
brother.
you know what I mean, I was telling him, you know what I mean, you do your music thing, you
Likewise.
know what I'm saying, and
I'm
I wanted
sorry,
to
I
bring
have
you
not.
in.
I'm not reacting. I'm not reacting. I just saw you throw a piece, and it's because you're slow,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's my internet or if somebody else's.
It could be mine. I don't know, man. It ain't no telling, man. It could be the powers that be fucking with us.
Yeah, we should be
Yeah, but I
good
mean,
now.
as long as you can hear me, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. I can hear you loud
That's,
and clear.
Yeah, y'all
so
good
yeah,
now. But you can go ahead and continue if you want to. There, yeah, go ahead.
talk to me.
All right, so yeah, you was talking about, you know what I mean, like all the work you done. So all right, so after that, all right, so
Oh,
you
I
know
thought he
I
was
got
gonna ask me a question.
questions. Go ahead.
I thought he was gonna ask me a question. That's what I was.
Man, really, I was just, what's it like over there overseas, man? I know what it's like over here. What is it like over there for a brother over there? You know what I'm saying? I know how they treat the brothers over here. How they treat y'all over there?
I mean, we don't really have there. It's not racism. Okay, we don't have racism like there's racism over there, like over here. As far as like don't give them a job, don't you know what I'm saying, like that type of stuff. No, you know what I'm saying, like the discrimination like that. No, uh, because we have Morenos and Anglos that are bad, that are stealing, that are thieves, that are killing. It's not just but here
Right,
they have.
right.
It's saying here is like is the bad, and that's it. Oh, now I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you Hispanics are not racist. Hispanics are racist, but we don't have. It's not that hate. It's just that we've gotten robbed or some type of shit by a black guy or Moreno, and I was like, oh my god, they're all like that because in that sense. But it's not like,
But at least,
and and
but
it's
at least
usually
y'all racism is because somebody did something to you.
not, but it's usually old people. Like new, we don't. Not even our young generation. I've met young racists that are here, but no, not our young generation. We don't give a fuck about that stuff. But we see money, we
Right.
see family, we see we see. You know what I'm saying? It's love, but what messes it up in a sense is the music,
Hmm.
because the
Hmm.
music makes you do drill music and do bad stuff, and it doesn't make you. It just it motivates you. It hypes you up. When you hear a song about doing some shit and you ran a mission and it just hypes you up and it's like, "Ooh, I did that. Let's go do it again."
I
It's like,
say,
hold on.
I say with the music, with the spell. I
Yeah,
remember when Zero and Trey's No Help came out. Everybody was bumping that No Help. I don't need no help, my nigga. I could do bad on my own.
Yeah,
Once you keep repeating that in your
yeah.
mind, you keep repeating that in your head, that one deep, that becomes your reality.
yep,
Music influences, even like when people playing video games, a lot of those mass murders and mass shooters, they be playing them games and be
yep,
plotting their kills.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I can attest to that, bro, because my favorite song by Sibo back in the day, I'm a little older than y'all. So, I used to fuck with the Sibo and the Killer Taylor shit real tough. My favorite song by Sibo at one point in time in my life was I'm a Fool. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
fool. Kicking up
Mm-hmm.
my dust in the
In that Zulu,
Zulu. So
yeah.
something I bust because I'm a fool. That was my shit. And every day I would go outside in my colors, you know what I'm saying? And with my pistol and my dope sack, and I was looking for something like that to do. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So, yeah, I got to agree with you like this. Some of that music do put us in a zone to where we feel like, yeah, that's what we going to do. Yeah, it's kind of hypnotic.